Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with my highlight on my eye. Make sure you've got a super clean, brand new, whatever brush with nothing on it for your highlight color, because you do not want to mess up your look once you're totally done. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Tempura from one of the two palettes from Anastasia, shaking off or knocking off the excess of that. And I'm going to come in here and accentuate this little arch I have going on in my brow. And I'm just going to pat that on that portion. I will bring it out a little bit with some blending in a minute, but I'm not going to put it there. Now I want to bring some lightness into this inner corner. And I'm just going to take the cut. The reason this is such a good brush for this, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, it's a Mac 219 SE. It's because it's got the pointed end. You can just push into your inner corner like that. And that's going to give you that nice little pop and openness. And I'm going to blend that in and over this little bit of pigment here in the corner. Okay, now I'm going to blend all this out in a minute so there's no harsh lines. I'm going to take a black fluffy brush. This is the Sigma SS224 fluffy brush. Any black fluffy brush, any fluffy brush will be fine. That's clean. All right, and then I'm just going to take it and just lightly sweep right here where the white highlight or that light highlight and this dark line meet. And I just want to make sure that I'm eliminating any harsh lines. And I'll bring it all the way in windshield wiper. Now, if you feel the need to add a little more highlight, you want to bring that pop back in there a little bit, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But I would just tap it right along that arch. I wouldn't do the whole eye again. Now you can see how it's kind of pulling together. We will do the liner that I did. I had a couple of options for my eyeliner. Now, the Stila waterproof eyeliner is the absolute best. I love it. I love the applicator. The applicator is perfect. It's a felt tip. You can get some control. You can get a skinny line. You can get a fat line. You know, so it's whichever, you know, however you want to do it. But in this case, I wanted the black line, but I also wanted it to be a little more soft for the wedding. I want to make sure that I have everything blended the way I want it to be on my lid before I go and add any kind of liner, because I can always fix it now if I wanted to redo this. Now that I'm done with that little MAC brush on my highlight, I want to go in and I can use this as kind of a blender. It's just going to be real soft. I just want to make sure there's like no lines in here, there's no excess pigment that maybe needs to come off. I want to make sure that the colors transition nicely between each other, and I'm just patting pretty much between the two. Now we're going in with that waterproof Stila. Now that we know everything looks good on the lid, we'll go in with our waterproof Stila liner. Now what I'm going to do is take that angled MAC brush that I used earlier, the 266 SE, and I'm going to spritz it with the All Nighter Urban Decay Setting Spray. I want to make sure that this liner is not going anywhere, but I want to be really careful about what I'm putting as far as liquid around my eye. You know, I have very sensitive eyes. I wear contacts. Today I do not have my contacts in, but they would originally, I mean, they would really be messed up if I did. I'm going to go in with the Cypress Umber over the top of this black Stila because I wanted that really dark black liner, but I do want to soften it just a little bit, and I'm going to go in with a little bit of black with it, so it's kind of a deep dark brown. Because this is a warm eye look, I feel like it's less harsh this way, and I've got my powder on there. I'm going to try to set this a little bit more without getting too much liquid, and then I'm just going to pat this over the top of that Stila waterproof liner. But I want it to be a little more, like I said, a little more warmth. I switched brushes to this little tiny liner brush from Tarte. It came with some gel liners that I really love. I'm going to use this little pointed end. This is going to be a lot more effective in this small area. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, when you got this many wrinkles on your eyelid, it's a little difficult to do some pretty eyeliner. Every picture y'all see with my eyes done, the shadow might be like blended, you know, perfectly or whatever. All of a sudden you'll see that liner and you're like, what the heck? But it's because I got bumpy eyelids. I can't help it. Don't hate. Okay, so you see how that's dramatic without being super black, because it is 90% warm, you know, brown and then a little bit of black. So that is what I want, because especially because I have blue eyes. Now we're going to take what's left on this liner brush and bring a little bit of that under here for drama. If y'all think I'm dramatic every other day, imagine what I was like on my wedding day. The only bridezilla moment I had was when I went and got my nails done, and I about pulled the little girl over the counter and beat the hell out of her. I ain't gonna lie. It was the day before. She screwed my nails up. Long story. I did a Yelp about it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, totally could have been a beautiful nail job, but she screwed it up. And I'm still dealing with that crap right now. This isn't it. This is it over the top. This is something over the top of it, and it's still chipping and stuff. What I did do is I did take some pigments and I did them under my eye. So I want to make sure I do that. We're going to use a little bit more of the All Nighter setting spray. I'm going back in with that darkest pink pigment. I'm only getting a little bit. This stuff's going to fall out everywhere. And I do want to overlap a little bit right here. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the Tarte one. This is the rosy gold one. You guys, I'm going to tell you that I'm telling you the false lashes really made this look. I mean, it finished the look off. I'm so angry I don't have them. I apologize I don't have them. I will post a picture of me on the wedding day after the wedding, because I don't have any of my photos yet. My photographer hadn't quite gotten them to me yet. It takes about 6 weeks, and so I don't have any close-ups or anything, but I do have a picture of me and my granddaughter that would show you kind of what the lashes look like, what the eyes look like, and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a smudger brush by Morphe. This is the M508 brush, and smudge this out and blend it in together. Now let's do some mascara. Now the mascara I used that day was the Mary Kay Lash Love Waterproof, and I'm telling you, it is fantastic. I was so surprised because I've been trying all kind of waterproof mascaras and having no luck at all. It was transferring under my eye even after I baked and put the powder and everything. It was still transferring. I would take a shower and it would run, and I was like, what is the purpose of this? It's supposed to be waterproof. So a friend of mine gave me this. My niece actually sells Mary Kay. She's a college student. She's getting ready to get her master's in bioengineering. So if you guys want to get some Mary Kay, I can hook you up with a couple of my, peeps, one of my best friends, and then my niece. So, but this is fabulous stuff. I don't sell it. I just love it. And what I did the day of the wedding is I used 2 coats, and we put the false lashes on, which were gorgeous. And then I put on 1 more coat. So this is not gonna be as dramatic as it was on the wedding day, and it's gonna make me sad. Now, a lot of people put mascara under their eye. I don't typically, because of my age. It can make me look a little dark under the eye. It doesn't make my eyes look as bright and open. You can do that. I do not think I did it. If I did a tiny bit, and I will do that now, but no. I typically do not. So very little, if any, especially if you're over the age of 40. I don't think it's necessary. You can make yourself look super old by putting a bunch of spider, lashes under your eyes. All right, so the other thing is we need to do, we got to finish this look up. It's taking so long. We're going to go in with an angle brush and a contour, and let me tell you, I used the Tarte. I swear to God, I don't do anything for Tarte. I'm not like a rep or anything. I don't get a kickbacks. I just started finding products that were 12 hours, 18 hour, staying power, and I started trying them. I liked them, so I stuck with them. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay, waterproof bronzer, and it's Park Avenue Princess. And for me, this is a good color because it's fairly light on my light skin. I will tell you that since the wedding, I have been using as my everyday bronzer that's not too dark and it's easy to blend is the Limelight one. It is really nice and it really blends well. Now the brush I'm using for this is Morphe M459, and this is the perfect brush. If you are not good with contouring, this is a good kind of a easy way to do it. You're going to suck your cheeks in and just place this in there and just kind of make a bevel. And I kind of turn my brush a little sideways to blend it this way. Now the day of the wedding, I did use more contour than I normally would do because I wanted to make sure that I was very defined in photographs and things like that. the color on my cheeks was another one of the Tarte products because it is a Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush. And I used the one Blushing Bride because it seemed appropriate. And it matched very, very nicely with the colors I was using. So I basically just tap, and I can knock off a little bit of this excess. You can also use your sponge if you want to apply it that way to press it in. I'm going to press it in a minute, but right now I'm just going to set it on there. Smile, and just pops the cheeks. Oh, NARS Orgasm is really, really good. It's not the 12-hour or anything like that, but it is a beautiful color to give you a glow without being like sparkly, but it's a beautiful color for like warm palettes and things like that. Even though it's been around for years, it's still a fantastic color to use. Okay, now I look really, really like pink. So beautiful though. Okay, then I went in with highlighter. I think I just used this Beauty Control one that I've been using for a while. I have one of these in my store. Once it's gone, it's sold out forever because that company is no longer in existence. So make sure you get it. This is just a really nice one. It's on sale for like 40-50% off. I don't even know what I have it on sale for. It's super cheap. All right, Morphe M501 is this brush right here. I use it for highlight. Make sure nothing's on it. I tap it in here. You'll see a lot of fallout, pop, 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 tons of powder flying in the air. Don't ever go directly to your face with a highlighter, with a powder, with a brush that's got highlighter just powdered on it like that. I'm just brushing the tops of my cheeks for where the sun would hit. And again, I don't want to be a glow ball. Like, I don't want to go out there and my, at the time, my fiance being like, turn it down, anything like that. So, but he was just like, you look gorgeous. I mean, it was perfect, which is what he's supposed to say now, but he's my husband. He has to say that. When you're getting married, you're gonna have to be a little more generous with your highlight. Now, a lot of people contour their nose. A lot of people, do all the other contouring. I did not do it that day because I really didn't feel like I needed to. My hair was down, so I didn't have to really do my forehead or anything like that. I always do try to get a little bit right there. But too much highlighter on an older person like us can emphasize wrinkles and pores. So we don't want to kill it, we don't want to use so much that we're like, ah. But anyway, so now what I'm gonna do is take my sponge that I've been using for like my foundation and everything, and I'm gonna press it so that highlight just looks like part of my skin. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top. And I'm gonna press and press and press. And then I'm going to press this to blend this all together and set it. The last thing is I had a couple of products that I used to set my foundation. First of all, my face. Now here's the thing, you guys, if you're going to set your face, you do it before your mascara unless you're wearing a waterproof mascara. Otherwise, your mascara is going to be down your face. So this is waterproof mascara. I'm not worried about it. I've done it. It works. All right, so I'm first using the Tarte Ready Set Radiant. This is a just a mini trial size. If you're not sure you like it, you only spent $12 on it, and it's a big bottle. It's lasted me for 2 months now. Anyway, this is going to give me a little bit of radiance. So I'm going to spray this one first. And a little excess of that, how I do. That one smells great. All right, then I'm gonna put on, this stuff ain't coming off, y'all. My Limelight 10 years younger because I like the way it does my skin. Okay, I haven't even done my lipstick yet. All right, and then I'm doing my all-nighter because I want this to stay on. And they all spritz a little different, so be aware of how they spritz before you put them on. All right, so I'm going to come back. This is the end of this tutorial. I am going to come back and do my lips with a different video, and then I'll be taking pictures and putting them all on here for you guys. I hope you love this eye makeup look, and I hope it was crazy bridal because that's just who I am. If it wasn't crazy, it wasn't me. So I did drama, and my fiance is like, or now my husband, he's like, yeah, drama was perfect for you. I'm thinking, what you trying to say? But anyway. He loved my makeup. He said it looked great. It wasn't too much or any of that stuff, which he's kind of weird about. So that worked out really well. All right. So you guys, I will be back with the lips. So keep watching.